Okay everyone, today we are continuing with the Genshin stories and we have right Tesla's story quest. So yeah, let's unlock it and let's check it out. Yeah, I unlocked you so I can accept you and claim, please, before we go. Okay, so let's see what kind of business is our Duke doing. However, tend to surprise us sometimes with the story quests, so although the novelettes wasn't that good, I thought it's going to be much better. I have some hopes that they possibly made Vryteslis or maybe Furinas a little bit better than expected, of course. Let's move a camera a little bit. Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. Alright. Oh, we are not going to his office, okay.
We once thought the Fortress of Meripede would be super scary, but looking back on it, it really wasn't that bad at all. You've got a set schedule, guaranteed food and board, and you can even buy all kinds of stuff with credit coupons. It's really no surprise that many people don't even want to leave.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
It
you
is
mean
kinda
Razzle?
nice.
He's definitely a pretty impressive leader. While he does look kind of intimidating, he's actually pretty easy to talk to once you've had a conversation or two with him. Paimon wonders how he's like with the people here. Do they also get the same guy we do, or is he a lot harsher with the bad guys?
With the bad guys. Huh. We should actually ask a little bit higher number of people what they did to end up in this prison. He probably has a good number of tricks for every situation.
Yeah, he must be doing something right to maintain order here, while not making everything feel super oppressive.
Excuse me, did I hear someone there? Could you please do me a favor?
Huh?
And where are you?
Paimon could have sworn she just heard something.
Well, we did.
Excuse me, is someone passing by? Could you do me a favor, please?
Oh god. He's in
Nope,
the box.
Paimon wasn't dreaming. There's someone over there for sure. But Paimon doesn't see anyone.
He's in the box.
Oh, did you hear my call? Thank you so much. I'm over here.
I
inside
told
this
you.
Big box.
You're inside the box? Oh, no wonder Paimon didn't see anything. Well, come on, traveler, let's go take a look. Why are you hiding in here anyway? If we hadn't happened to pass by, you could have been stuck for days.
It's a bit complicated. Can we not talk about that for now?
Did someone strip you of your clothes?
Whoa, that's terrible. Did someone seriously do that to you?
No, it was nothing quite that serious. I just like some help finding my hat.
Just your hat?
I don't believe you.
But then, why can't you look for it yourself? Huh. Wait, Paimon gets it! Something must have happened to your hair!
Okay, Paimon, we don't have to ask. We don't have to know. Just come on.
Sorry. So
Get out of the box.
Paimon gets it now. No wonder why you had to hide inside the box. You just need your hat, right? We'll get it back to you right away. What kind of hat was it?
I think you
He's
may have
naked and he's
misunderstood me,
going
but
to put it on his
never
balls
mind. Please,
once
just
he
help me
gets
find
his
my
hat.
It's a soft and brown hat with a bit of a brim. Nothing fancy. I think I probably lost it near the entrance elevator. It was getting a bit hot, so I took it off and had a quick nap. But when I came to, it was gone. It's
And that's
really
why
important to
you
me,
are
so
hiding?
your help would mean the world. I'll wait here for your return.
Don't worry, we'll be back in no time.
Who knows how long he is in the box already? reborn in the land of in the land of grievances. Okay. Okay, we will just jump down there. Oh yeah.
Paimon doesn't see anything here. Well, let's go somewhere else.
We didn't even try.
Where is that thing? Oh, this is taking longer than Paimon thought. Nothing in the water either. Paimon thought it might have gotten blown in. Oh, we've looked everywhere and still not seen anything that looks like a hat.
Yeah, let's turn back and let's check a few more
That's a good
places.
idea. If he's just looking to cover his head, then it shouldn't matter what kind of hat he's wearing. Why don't we check out the rag and bone shop? If memory serves, they've got all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, but I'm only paying for the hat.
Huh? How did you know what Paimon was thinking?
Because you're always
This is
thinking about
bad.
food.
Nothing gets past you nowadays. Well, either way, let's go check it out first.
Okay.
Paimon doesn't remember you being the boss.
Well, I'm just standing in for Mr. Alvar while he's off restocking the shop. Now, just wait a sec. A blonde foreigner, dressed all in white, accompanied by a glaze-covered flying chunk of
It's
gingerbread.
not all white. Look,
Oh, you must
I
be the
have
legendary
black
traveler
on
and
my
their companion
outfit too.
Paimon.
No. Well, you're half right. Paimon's the traveler's treasured companion, sure, but she's not some flying chunk of gingerbread.
Sorry, I never thought I'd get the chance to see you with my own eyes, so got a bit ahead of myself. I hope you find it in your magnanimous hearts to forgive my discourtesy. I'm just a nobody, after all.
There's no need to put yourself down like that. Paimon's just venting.
Why, your heroic actions at Araneus have long made their way to the fortress of Meripede. We heard that you were personally received by His Grace when you made your way down here, you know.
Yes.
You were the envy of all. And you're one of His Grace's favorite people, so of course, everyone wants to be introduced to you.
Okay, so it's because of him, not anything else.
Well, I figure you'd appreciate honesty over flattery. After all, I also only joined up here because I'd heard Mr. Alvar was a good friend of the Duke. And though I've only caught scant sight of His Grace since then, as fate would
Okay,
have it,
okay.
I've become
I don't
fast friends
care,
with
give me
Mr.
a hat.
Alvar himself. I mean, we've all got agendas, but rather than trying to force something to be true, it's often better to just go with the flow.
Yeah,
so now you're
and
trying to
going
kiss
with the
that
flow
flow.
means
Well,
give
I
us the
did
hat
mean it when I called
and
you
goodbye.
legends, and it is indeed an honor to meet the two of you. Oh, enough of that. Is there something you're looking for?
Yes, thank you,
No problem.
finally.
Anything else?
No.
Hey, feel free to check out anything you want. The credit coupon costs are on me.
Oh, then we are buying everything.
You don't have to be so nice.
Well, it's not like I'm getting paid to watch this shop. Instead of Moro coupons, Mr. Alvar usually lets me just take my pick of our goods. Life's been pretty good recently, so I might as well just waive your bill. Never hurts to make some friends.
Well, if you put it that way.
All right. Paimon will take a look.
No, Paimon will not take a look. I will take a look.
Are you sure you don't want more? These opportunities don't come by every day, you know.
It's all right. Two will do.
I never thought you'd turn down a chance to freeload.
It just doesn't feel the same if the owner's offering everything
Oh, so
Anyway, we
you
don't
like
need to get into that right
spending
now. We
money.
can discuss
Okay.
criminology later. That poor guy must still be waiting for us. Thank you so much. We'll be off then.
No problem, and thank you for your patronage. I'd appreciate it if you could put in a nice word for our establishment the next time you speak to His Grace.
That's a real sneaky way of getting good reviews. We've been gone a while. Paimon hopes that guy in the box hasn't passed out from lack of air.
I guess he has enough air, who knows how long he is there. And if he was yelling so hard, like 5 minutes ago, it's not very likely that he doesn't have any air left. Okay, and up we go. Come on. Alright, let's see. Maybe this is his head. That would be the funniest thing. Knock on the chest. Oh, come
You
on.
can come out now. We found your hat.
You did? Oh, Archon, you just saved my life. Just one sec.
So,
Okay.
you're not actually bald. You've got such a full head of hair, too.
I mean, I told you that there had been a misunderstanding. This has nothing to do with my hair.
Okay.
Wait, this isn't my hat.
Well, we got you a new one. We tried really hard to look for your hat, but no dice.
To be precise, someone else gave it to us.
Ah, I see. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful, but unfortunately, there's just something special about my hat.
Does it have some kind of
Okay.
sentimental value?
What?
Yes, it does.
Sorry,
Okay.
I can't explain at the moment. Time's tight as well, so I suppose I'll keep looking for a while.
If you're
Okay.
looking for a hat, I just picked one up over here. Is it yours?
Your Grace!
Oh, hey, Risley. It's been a while.
He didn't now
It's
say
a
if
slow
it
day
was
today,
his
so I
head.
decided to go for a little stroll. Even if your workspace isn't cramped, it's still good to get some air. I'll say, I'm not at all surprised to find the two of you here. You never could turn down someone's request for help.
It's what good adventurers do, after all.
Oh, look
Is
at
that
this
so?
one.
Maybe I should consider asking the Adventurers Guild to open a branch here. As I recall, these hats are very important to members of the Beret Society. Best you avoid misplacing it again, You might not have the same luck next time.
Understood. Thank you so much, Your Grace. Then I'll be off. I'll get going now.
Okay. Come on.
What a strange guy. Why did he care so much about his hat? Oh, and has he done something wrong? When he saw you, it was as if he'd seen a ghost.
Oh, not at all. In fact, members of the Beret Society are model prisoners. They work hard and never get into trouble. They've saved me a lot of work, in fact. As for him, I'd guess he's just more of an introvert. It's not unusual for the more shy prisoners to freak out when I show up unannounced.
Huh? Shy? There are prisoners who are afraid to talk to people?
Well,
Prisoners
why
are still
not?
people, after all. There are as many crimes and motives as there are stars in the sky. The idea of the criminal as a selfish, heartless brute is just a stereotype. Such labels could never capture the complexity of even a single individual person. What kind of a person a prisoner may be and why they've committed a crime, we'd never know these things if they don't share their story with us.
Huh. You've got a point. Anyway, it's all good as long as it makes sense to you.
And what is this Beret Society? Is there really the thing? People who enjoy working? Does that really exist?
Although most of the societies here will just turn individual brawls into mass ones, the Beret Society does appear to be an exception, and it's instead trying to experiment with some novel and interesting things. If you have some time, why don't we grab something at the Coupon Cafeteria? It'll give us time to catch up, too. And if you're still interested in the Berets after that, I can take you to their usual gathering place as well.
Paimon's not the biggest fan of that cafeteria, but if we're gonna catch up...
Let's go.
Alright then, please follow me.
Okay. And where are you? You are already down there. Okay, so I'm not really following you. And now you say, oh come on, Paimon is just...
Welcome, Your Grace, and the Traveler. Would you like 3 orders of today's welfare meal? Unfortunately, we weren't informed of your visit in advance, so we didn't prepare any super deluxe welfare meals today.
I'll pass on the food, then. What about you?
Super deluxe or bust.
Then Paimon will also pass. Paimon will save her stomach for something better.
Oh.
What a pity. It would seem that none of us can properly appreciate your skills, Walsey.
Then I must beg Your Grace to find me some more ingredients, so I can come up with some more welfare meal recipes. If you're not in the mood to eat, I can get you some drinks. We just got some great shipments in from above.
Okay.
Yes, please? Huh. Paimon didn't know you could get non-welfare stuff at this place.
It's not for everyone. Think of it as a special treat for VIPs.
Oh, now that's what Paimon likes to hear. In that case, 2 bottles of the drink for Paimon, please.
2 bottles coming right up.
Bottles, not
Our
glass,
first meeting took place on
but
short notice,
bottle.
and we were both swamped by everything that happened after, so there was no time for more casual chit-chat. I'm actually quite fond of stories, you know. Of course, the others have already told me a lot about your deeds in Fontaine, but I'd love to hear it straight from the source.
Oh, that'd be quite the long story.
Well, at this point, yes. Because although the Wrightessley story came up before the Archon quest, I was afraid that entering the fortress will activate the Archon quest, so yeah. And possibly it would. Possibly it would. Although I still didn't go to that room, but it could happen. Okay. We fought tooth and nail for the sake of justice. I'm still trying to learn more about Fontaine. To be honest, I really wasn't that involved with a lot of it. Well, yeah, Neuvillette actually... He's the one who took care of everything, not me. I was just kinda helping.
That's a bit too humble for you. Even the most unintentional action can catalyze new developments and force many fates onto brand new paths.
Paimon gets the sense that you're trying to flatter us. That guy we talked to earlier was obviously trying to get us to put in a good word for him, but you're the Duke, right? Why would you need to get on our good side?
Well, after all, you did help the fortress
He's
and I
just
maintain our
thankful.
autonomy. Is it so strange that I would want to give a few words of praise out of genuine admiration?
Yeah, Paimon. It's because you don't ever talk about yourself.
So this is a matter of trust. Which is unfortunate, since I don't have nearly as interesting of a story to offer about myself. I was convicted and sent here at an early age. I only became the top dog after spending a long time figuring out its inner workings. Power and control come in many forms. Some fair and ethical, others less so. And since we're all sinners here, the victor calls the shots, no matter how they manage to get to the top. So, what do you think? Didn't put you much more at ease, now did it?
Kinda. You're really different from most of the people we've met so far.
I'm perfectly aware of that too. But even so, that doesn't make me think any less of you. I would very much like to maintain friendly relations with you two.
Okay, that's how I feel as well. I must thank you for your generosity, but...
Your Grace, after following your instructions, we were able to find a box of undeclared contraband in the latest shipment of cargo. They were extremely well hidden, and we've confirmed that the senders have been using this method to smuggle goods for a while. We're trying to trace the goods to their source.
Another story quest with the
Leave the box here and contact me
case.
immediately if you make any progress.
Nah.
You're dismissed.
The
Yes, Your
last one,
Grace.
was it with Sino? It wasn't really that interesting. Come on!
Sorry, I'd almost completely forgotten about this.
Couldn't
You
it
mentioned
be
something
a little
about
bit,
contraband.
you
Are they
know,
like
more interesting?
Dangerous goods?
Not necessarily. The term
Kinda
is just applied to
boxing
things
with
people
red
want to bring in
wrestling
on the
or
sly.
something like that. It would be more
Many people
interesting
here are
than the
experts at pulling rabbits out of the most
than
ordinary
the
hats.
smuggling case
So
again.
we have to examine everything carefully.
But fine,
Now,
we will see.
what do we
We
have
will
here?
see. Maybe it ends up being interesting.
It's more or less what I expected.
Whoa, this is certainly a box of curiosities. Mora, snacks, yarn, balls, ropes, mechanical parts, and even a gem. Wait, if
Gem?
you've confiscated this entire box, then does that mean all of this belongs to you now?
Yep. We can't just send them back up now, can we?
What? But that's just insane profit. Traveler, why don't you become a duke as well?
And why don't you, Paimon, become a duke?
Paimon will be your vault keeper.
Oh
Jokes
yeah,
aside,
you will
I didn't
eat
know you'd be
everything.
so interested in this box. How
Even
about
the
this then?
mechanical
You can pick
parts
anything you want from it.
and all of those
Consider
things.
it a gift from me.
Really? You'll let Paimon pick anything? No takebacks. Paimon will have you know that she's got a real good eye for treasure.
I never joke about things like this.
All right, Paimon's gonna have a look. Paimon wants this one. This dark, sparkly gem. You just know it must be worth a ton of Mora.
Paimon is materialistic.
Actually, never mind. Paimon doesn't want this gem anymore. Can Paimon pick something else instead? There's
What's
something
wrong?
weird about this gem. Paimon remembered a lot of bad things when she picked it up. Paimon couldn't even tune them out. It's as if the gem was just drawing them out of Paimon's brain.
Okay, it might be interesting in the end.
Is that so? Let me give it a try. Paimon's right. I too experienced some unpleasant flashbacks.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I
I
will
wouldn't
try
exactly
it as
call
well.
it fun.
Well, I want to make sure I know exactly what you saw. My contribution is a bit different from everyone else's. And what does that have to do with anything? Never mind.
Fair enough. Go ahead. I don't think it'll have a permanent effect.
Don't think. Oh,
Are you okay, Traveler? You
nice.
also saw something, right?
I relived some rather unforgettable memories.
I'll take this gem then and run a thorough investigation on its properties. Paimon, feel free to pick something else.
Then, actually, never mind. Paimon's gonna pass. Paimon was thinking about one of the snacks, but who knows if it'll also make Paimon sick.
Yeah, you never know actually. It doesn't hurt to be careful.
You do have a point. In that case, we should destroy the entire box and all of its contents. Seems like we're almost done with our drinks, too. Let's go check out the Society's gathering place, then.
Okay.
I can introduce you, and we can also continue our conversation while we're at it.
Wait, are you this free every day or something?
Yes, he
Just
is.
noticed? I wasn't exactly busy the first time we met either.
He's not doing anything the whole day. What don't you understand? Alright, the first part of the story. So that was the introduction. Some strange gems. Now let's see the second part.
We are honored by your visit, Your Grace. All of us at the Society have been waiting for your arrival. Are these your two guests?
Yup.
Let me introduce you to them. Traveler, this is Dugier, the head of the Beret Society. This is their gathering place. Members can find all sorts of drinks and snacks here, as well as a large variety of books and other resources. Every once in a while, the Society will also host activities and seminars, which are always well attended.
You flatter me, Your Grace. All we did was set up an organization in the same way as you would in the world above. It's so easy to feel lonely and helpless when you arrive here for the first time. I remember that feeling all too well. None of us knew anything about this place then, after all. But that's when the thought came to me. If we could help everyone turn over a new leaf, they would no longer have to lead such gloomy existences. Thus, it was with your help that I founded the Beret Society.
Oh, so you were also involved with this, Risley?
My part in this was minimal. All I did was follow procedure and rubber stamp the application. I'm sure you have a very good sense of what this place is about by now. As you know, not everyone takes their sentence seriously. For some, this is just another place where they can eat, breathe, and sleep. But the Society is a great place for those who wish to turn things around.
Exactly right. Here, we keep an eye on each other and remind each other of our goals. Everyone can focus on rehabilitating our mental states and even make many new friends. Our operations are entirely funded by members' donated goods and credit coupons. Same for the things you can see here.
Who knew you could find such a place in the Fortress of Mirapede? Oh, right, and what's the deal with the hats?
Yeah, what's
there's
up with
nothing
the
deep
hats?
about it. I just felt like we needed some kind of visible identifier. If our members felt joy and pride from being a part of this group, then the hats would become a point of pride for them as well. And when we're together, we will feel a sense of community from seeing everyone's hats. Optimism, community, hard work, and a desire for a new life. I hope this hat will show everyone everything we have been working towards.
Okay.
In other words, that hat has come to represent something like a model citizen, which also helps them recruit new members.
Once again, you are exactly right, Your Grace. That's a part of our goal as well. Let's take a little old seat over here. There's no need for us to stand. I'll ask the members to get us some drinks. Please, wait here just one moment. Feel free to look around too if you want to learn more about us.
So this means... So this meeting was planned all along. He said they had been waiting for a while. But you should have put waiting for you a while, because I'm sure that they waited for a Duke.
Oh, right. What happened to your slow day, Risley?
Seems like I shouldn't underestimate an adventurer's keen sense of observation. I'll bear that in mind the next time I need to do something low-key. Kidding, of course. We're just discussing some small matters. It shouldn't take long.
Okay.
We've also already gone over the organization's vision. Instead of listening to me try to explain some more, maybe it'd be better if you took a look around for yourself.
Okay, let's read some notes, some books. Let's see all the snacks, and yeah.
Well, we're already here, aren't we?
Yeah, might as well take a look.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like the model prisoners, right? So this is what their spot looks like.
And let's find the guy who actually lost his hat. Is Is that him? I
Welcome to our gathering
don't think
place.
it
Is
is
there anything you'd like me to explain to you?
everything.
Oh, it's okay. We're just taking a look around.
You sound a bit like a Melusine guide, really? No. You sound a bit like a salesperson in a shop.
Well, that's not a bad comparison. It is my job to explain our amenities and benefits to our latest members. I'm sure Mr. Dugier has already explained some of it, but allow me to fill you in some more.
Okay.
Besides this space, which our members use to rest and relax, we also have an entertainment room, a fitness room, and a self-study room.
Nice.
These rooms are open to all of our members. We want everyone to be able to use their free time to the fullest.
Wow, that's pretty
Hello
cool.
and
Do you have a
welcome.
restaurant too? If you did, you
I
also
hope
wouldn't
you
have to
enjoy
get in the big cafeteria
Risley's
anymore.
story.
Unfortunately, we don't. For matters like that, we still have to rely on his grace. We started a collaboration with the cafeteria a while back, though, so they'll let us borrow their kitchen to do some simple research into recipes and cooking.
You really thought of everything.
Yeah, Paimon can definitely see how it'd be easier to live your life if you had all this support.
Yep, and that's exactly why Mr. Dugier founded the society. We all think we made the correct choice to join him.
Okay. And how do you choose who to talk to? This guy seems lost.
newbie.
Hello? Are you talking to Paimon?
Yep, I'm talking to you. Now, why don't you follow my lead and take a deep breath before letting everything out like this? Ha!
Ah! That was really loud.
That's how I pump myself up every day. A lot of my friends have found it super useful too. With one shout, you can release all the fatigue, resentment, and unpleasantness from your lungs and return to the day with all the optimism in the world. Why don't you also give it a try, huh? I promise that it'll work.
Paimon's gonna pass.
And who knows, maybe it does work.
Feeling shy? That's alright. As long as you remember this trick, it'll come in handy one day. Just remember to take a deep breath and let it all out if you find yourself at your wit's end.
Okay. I mean, interesting method. Why didn't you show me her in the first place? Examine books. I'm not going to read it, but let's make it for the record that I did.
What are you doing over here?
Oh, hello.
Something that you
are a
don't
guest
like.
of the Duke, are you not? I'm organizing the bookshelves. Want to take a look? We've got some classics, as well as a few books that the members publish themselves.
Oh, so there are writers in the society?
Yeah, most of them are writing diaries or autobiographies on their time in the organization. Some quit drinking. Some learned to tailor. Some became real good at calligraphy. And even I've learned to use a camera. We find it kind of funny. You see, had we managed to stay above ground,
funny.
none of us would have ever
You
had the time
learned
to
how
learn
to
any
use
of
a
those
camera,
skills.
really?
Ah, it's because you all have a lot more free time now.
Not only that, but we've also now got the mental space to think about taking on new things. Before we came here, we were constantly exhausted just trying to live. With how the Duke and Mr. Dugier have organized our lives down here, though, all we need to do is think about the things that we want to do. You never know what you may be good at until you give it a try. And while you're here, no matter what you do, you won't get judged for it. After all, there's no need to conform to societal expectations when you're already in jail.
So this is something like a safe space.
Yeah, that's exactly right. After all, not everyone is good at fighting, or have the physical strength to do hard labor. The society is exactly what some of us need. And that's it. I just finished organizing this shelf as well, so feel free to check it out if you want. Just remember to put the books back after you're done.
Don't worry, we will.
Okay.
Alright, we've talked to everybody. It sure sounds like they're all pretty happy.
Not to everybody,
Explain
but
why Risley only had good things to say about this place. Huh. It looks like they're starting to wrap up their conversation as well. Let's go over to them.
Of course, Your Grace. I will attend to those matters right away.
Okay, then I don't have anything else to add.
Okay, so this is his organization.
Now, note that your opinion will also affect my review of Dugier and the society as a whole.
Wait, I didn't know they were also a part of the evaluation process. It's all
Or
right
maybe
with
it
me,
isn't.
though. I'm pretty confident about our growth and activities.
Paimon thinks it's pretty good. Something anyone expected you to get a society going here of all places.
Yeah, it's a nice thing to have. It seems alright on the surface.
Yeah, you're right. By themselves, our resources probably don't feel like much.
The prisoners here all have very different personalities and psychological needs. Our needs are like violent beasts. If we can't face them properly, they'll grow restless and enraged, causing pain and conflict. But if we can placate them, they lose their fangs, and they can even be converted into fuel for far nobler pursuits. Which is why, in my opinion, learning to reconcile with oneself is the first step on the path to redemption.
You've hit the nail on the head, Your Grace. Before I founded the Society, I had met too many people who could not come to terms with themselves. And I'm sure that a part of your support is rooted in your desire to help those people find their way.
And Paimon thought everyone was enjoying life just fine, working and fighting.
Of course, that lifestyle is more than enough for some people in the fortress. For others, though, they would just be useless distractions.
Speaking of fighting, I'm not sure if you knew this, but even His Grace sometimes fights in the ring.
What? You fight in the ring too?
Hey,
Wearing
did
those
they say
high-tech
it
boxing
in the
gloves
Arkham
of yours?
quest?
Oh, I almost
Did
never
I
need
forget
that.
about that? Well, you never say anything. Oh, there is that guy. What's wrong with him?
Hey, isn't that the guy who lost his hat? Did you come here to relax too?
You can at least say hi.
What's wrong?
Yeah, what's wrong with everyone now?
Are you feeling all right? You are looking a little pale.
No, I'm fine. Thank you for helping me get my hat back.
Did you
I'm
stole
sorry,
it?
but I've got to go.
He's still as weird as before.
Yeah, even
Paimon's kinda
more.
used to it by now, though.
Dugier, do you know what's up with him?
I'm also not too sure about that. As far as I recall, he's always been a little strange, but I'll check up on him later. After all, it's my responsibility as the leader to make sure that no one falls through the cracks.
Yeah.
We'll leave him to you then. Where were we before we got sidetracked?
Something about boxing.
Oh, right, about that. You might have thought that I was joking, but in a place like that, everyone will use everything in their power to win. And when emotions run high, things often spiral out of control. That would be when I need to pull out my gloves to maintain order. Sometimes you might need more than just gloves as well. This pair of handcuffs has also come in handy quite a number of times. Oops.
Oh, isn't that awful gem? You're still carrying it with you?
Yeah, I kept it on me because of its special qualities. It won't affect me as long as I don't let it come into contact with my skin.
Go on, you guys. Pick up the item for His Grace, would you?
No.
Yes, right away.
No.
That gem shines with quite the dazzling light. I hope it hasn't been damaged. Your
had
Grace,
no
please let me know
effect
if there's
on the
something
other
wrong
guy.
with it now.
It still looks good to me. Say, Dugier, have you ever seen a gem like this?
Never, Your Grace. Don't think I've ever been rich enough to afford this kind of a thing.
Just see it, not afford
I guess
it.
that's fair. We've already gone over most of the things that I wanted to talk about, so let's wrap up for the day. The Traveler also has some other plans, after all.
Got it,
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
Grace.
yeah.
Take care,
We do, we
everyone.
do, we
I'll
do.
take you to the exit.
Let's pretend.
Traveler, Paimon,
Exit? This
it
is
was
the
an honor.
middle of
I'm
your...
sure everyone would love it if you were to visit
Oh,
again.
man.
And that goes for you as well, Your Grace. We wish you all the best in your endeavors.
And same to you.
Paimon doesn't think we made any plans for the rest of the day. Why did you lie to him?
Well, what's your opinion of the society now that you've taken a look around their headquarters?
Paimon thinks it's pretty chill. Weren't you complimenting them the entire time as well? Paimon doesn't remember exactly what you said, but wasn't it something along the lines of encouraging people to embrace their new lives with optimism? There's only
Something
one
like
potential
that.
problem. If the society does too good a job managing and rehabilitating its members, you may be soon out of a job.
That is certainly a possibility. But at this point in time, they're still reducing my workload by managing and rehabilitating prisoners in my stead. I wanted to see just how much they've managed to accomplish, and also get a sense of Dugier's plans for the future. I arranged for a meeting out of curiosity, but then I noticed some faint hints of dissonance.
Dissonance?
I'm sure the Traveler has sensed it too.
It's a bit hard to put it into words, but there's something off about that place. Especially about that single person who is, I don't know, he's just running from us every single time he sees us. So, yeah.
As expected, you also picked up on it. The whole truth is a bit complicated, so I'll explain everything to you later. I can tell you right now, though, that this was an unexpected turn of events. I had hoped to take care of it in secret, but now a confrontation may no longer be avoidable. It's hard to predict what might happen next.
You've completely lost my mind.
Why don't you take this opportunity to check back on the gathering place? Just tell them you left something of yours there by accident. If my hypothesis is correct, Dugier should already have left. And with his watchful eye removed, you may well get a very different reception from the members.
Can't you just tell us exactly what to expect?
No,
I'm just
we should see
following
it
the most
for
popular
ourselves.
playbook in Fontaine. Investigate, obtain evidence, and then use the truth to render judgment. It's been so long since I got to watch a performance at Opera Epiclese that I've even begun to miss it.
Oh. Okay, I'll trust you for now. I'll take this as another one of your jokes.
I'll explain everything to you later, but right now we need to seize this opportunity. Find out what you can from them now while they're all in one place. We might not get another chance like this anytime soon.
Okay. And we are back, and almost everyone left. Not just the Duchier, but everyone.
Huh. It's just as Risley said. Seems like Dugier is no longer here. You said you felt there was something off about this place, right? So let's see if we can feel something out. Paimon will do her best to help.
Okay, I also don't know where to start. Let's see if we can strike up a conversation.
Wait, you guys are...
We're really sorry. We just realized that we lost something, and we figured we might have left it here by accident. We'll be on our way as soon as we find it.
Oh, okay.
Did anyone see a glass bottle by any chance? What's wrong with you
Nobody?
guys? It was about the size of my hand. I was using it to store some spice powder.
It's okay. There's no need to be nervous. It's not like we lost a whole bag of Mora or anything. We'll just look for it ourselves if none of you caught a glimpse of it. We're not gonna tell Risley anything, don't worry.
I'll go find Mr. Duchier.
No need. We're just
We
looking for
don't
something.
need him.
Why does he have to know?
Okay, this is suspicious and everyone is terrified.
We can look around for it, yeah?
What's wrong with you guys?
Hey, hello? Anyone home?
Hello? How can I help you?
Can you give us that rundown again?
The Beret Society offers a variety of resources and benefits to its members, and I mean, you've already heard my spiel. I don't know anything beyond what I've already told you.
You don't know anything?
Sorry, that's not what I meant. It's just... there's nothing more I can tell you.
Oh, is that right? Let's see the energy of this guy now.
What do you want?
Oh, totally different.
Isn't this how you greeted us earlier? Take a deep breath and let it all out.
Oh yeah, that's right. You sure are a fast learner.
Where did your optimism go?
I ate something earlier, so I'm falling into a bit of a food coma, and I mean, not everyone can be super upbeat all the time, right? You're looking for something, you said? I didn't see it, but it should be somewhere nearby.
Okay, and again. So I'm going to talk with them like 50 times.
Are you still organizing the bookshelves?
Yeah, and I'm sorry. But you can't check out the books right now.
We
Really?
were thinking about that to begin with, but weren't you super friendly just a moment ago?
Sorry.
Okay, Paimon sees what you meant now. Seems like they really don't want to talk to us, so let's just head back.
Okay, this is super strange.
Oh, you're back. How are things at their headquarters?
It was as if
Terrible.
we all turned into completely different people.
They were all acting super scared.
That would prove my suspicions. The dissonance I mentioned earlier was precisely that fleeting moment of fear behind the cheerful facade.
Like that one guy we found hiding in the box.
Right. He was acting super scared too when we saw him at the gathering place. Actually, hasn't he just been acting super paranoid since we first met?
And that's precisely why I took his hat.
Oh, so the one who started it all was... It was you all along!
It's because I wanted to figure out what's really going on. I don't believe any of Dugier's talk about unstable mental states.
How long have you been investigating this?
Not too long. Dugier made very elaborate preparations for my visit. But I don't know. It almost feels like the performance was too elaborate.
Okay, but if you think something's wrong, why don't you just take the whole society into custody? Aren't you the Duke? You can do whatever
That
you want
would
in
be too
this
much.
place.
Well, maybe you're actually a better fit for the position than I am. Just give me the word and I'll hand you the cuffs. In all seriousness, however, cuffs and the like should be used sparingly. They're mostly for show. Everything I do is on display. The way people see me act determines the kind of world I can create down here. And I've always striven to appear fair and reasonable to the people.
That sounds a bit deep. Paimon's not sure she got all of it.
The Duke's action will set the tone.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. I have to lead by example if I want to maintain expectations of justice and order. And that's why, even though Dugier had already let a few things slip, I didn't want to turn on him without irrefutable evidence.
Alright, so you're saying Dugier has figured out some way to control the members of his society. And even though the members are acting all optimistic and motivated, it's all just a show.
I doubt it's that simple.
Indeed. He certainly seems to be using some coercive methods to turn his members into the most upbeat and motivated group of people you've ever seen. And that won't turn out well in the long run. I have some faith, though, that some of the members understood the hint I gave during our visit. The line has been set, and it's quite likely that a fish will bite.
Fish? Bite?
Let's give them some time. My guards will need it to finish their investigation, too. You can find me in my office when the time comes.
Okay, the second part of the quest is finished. It is not? Okay. Did it say tomorrow or today?
It's finally evening. Wrisley's probably wrapped up his investigation. Paimon has no idea what that guy's thinking. Let's just go find him and ask him what he's really up to.
In 2 hours to finish the whole investigation? Really? You think it's that simple? Okay.
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to land a lucky pull on the welfare meals tonight?
Let's just get straight to the
didn't
point. Has anything
try
else
that.
happened with the society?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, we still need to make sense of what we learned so far and go over any sticking points. I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed something amiss. Namely, why didn't anyone come to me about it?
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of be so powerful that even you won't be able to do anything about it?
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first?
Maybe
It'd be one thing if it was just one or two
something
people.
like that gem
It seems like
that
everyone's
we found.
convinced that I won't be able to help. Which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them.
Because you investigated dossier in the first place? Or because you've been working with him?
Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think I won't take their side. So it became imperative for me to refute that and prove my true stance. Of course, I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to improvise when you identified the guy who'd lost his hat with everyone present. There was no way to keep our investigation a secret after that.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
Now that you mention it, I mean, how does that affect the investigation? He lost the hat, we helped him, and that's it.
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the matter up on his own. But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost his hat, he's also realized that we were the ones who found it. That likely set his internal alarms off all at once.
But we helped him. How can he actually think that we are setting him up or something if we just helped a random guy? The heads must be hiding something. Possibly.
Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. It's the only thing that could explain the fear. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I tossed that black gem onto the ground. I must say, I was pretty satisfied with the results.
Ah, so you did that on purpose?
Well, yes.
Yes, that's right. Of course,
That
that
was
box was
obvious.
discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to
Oh.
know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do something, I decided to gamble.
So that's the hint you were talking about earlier.
Right. And I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented. That should have been enough to let people know that it's still early days for my investigation. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never turned a blind eye to evil and injustice, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold the status quo.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
Yeah, so that's why you wanted us to come along.
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot to explain, so I figured it might be easier to just let you see a few things for yourselves. But I can assure you that I've now
Fine.
told you everything
We
there
are
is
used
to
to
know.
that.
Of course, you're under no obligation, but I would really appreciate it if you could continue to lend me your support and help me figure out the true secret behind the Society. Would you
Okay.
be willing to lend me your support?
Yup, don't you worry.
But Paimon's still mad at you!
Why? Why? Sure, if all you need is some help planning. Sure, if I just need to fight them off. Dude, I will do both of those.
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first is the secret of the hats. I've examined one before. There was nothing suspicious about the item itself. The other is the true purpose of the black gem. We haven't been able to get anything out of anyone with actual knowledge of it. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their dark and murky pool. I'll put some music on while we wait.
And this is how Risley spends his time. He turns on the music and he's just chilling. And that's it.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been following me.
Please, do.
That's the girl from the bookshop? No? Yes?
I apologize for my lack of composure. These two are the guests that came with you to our gathering place, correct?
Yes, we
Yes,
did.
my lover Fasol told me all
Correct.
about you. Please, help us, Your Grace. He's in great danger right now.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from the top. What happened at the Society?
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes.
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since she arrived at the fortress. She rambles often, has hallucinations. It may be best to dismiss her babbling as random gibberish.
I don't recall hearing
Get
a
your
knock or
babbling
giving permission for you to come in.
Oh, my apologies. I merely
out
did
of
not
here.
wish for your grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so focused on recovering her, I would have followed all the rules of etiquette to the letter. So please, forgive my discourtesy.
Like,
Get
we
out.
believe you.
You've got some nerve showing your face here.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the poor sick girl, but I know his grace to be a reasonable man.
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasal. I had no idea why he was so upset about losing his hat, really. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses. We've brought him back to our place, so there's no need to worry.
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I don't have anything more to say.
This is
Really?
what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do all I can for you.
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Come on, you can do it, Avis.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would like to say. Pressuring her will not get you anywhere.
But we'll get you out of the
That's all right,
Riceless office.
As long as you tell me what it is that you're terrified of, no matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you. I swear this on my name and honor as the Duke.
Your Grace, forget it. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've
Finally.
already said everything I could say about the matter.
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really don't have anything more to say. Please, don't press me further.
But why?
Yeah, why?
In that case, Avis and I will be off. Once again, please accept my apologies for disturbing your peaceful evening, Your Grace.
Miss Avis, please show me your head. That is an order. There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know you have long tired of my words, but please believe me when I say you've merely let your worries get to your head. The Society has never caused trouble for you or any of the guards at the fortress. We've spent all of our time working hard and trying to lead better lives. Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? What's wrong with the current state of affairs? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word. Why are you so intent on getting rid of someone who's been unfalteringly loyal?
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be lying.
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. But Your Grace is welcome to visit us any time to confirm the true intent of our activities. All right, Avis. Let's head back.
Just what's up with that guy? He makes Paimon really, really mad. We should have shown him his place.
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for their arrogance.
I
He
like
must have
that
been well
lie.
prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't
She
have dared
left
to be so
the
openly hostile.
thing from the head.
All the more reason for us to be patient. The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely react if he were taken into custody. And that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me.
One thing's for sure, we won't let him get away with this. So now our biggest problem is...
The true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why he didn't panic.
Your table.
However, if we were to look at the rules, it would also seem like the head has to be the place where they're keeping all of their secrets.
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Paimon either. What are they trying to hide?
Where did Avis hide the secret?
But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avis feel the need to remove her hat?
Okay.
I have an idea, but...
What a coincidence, so do I.
What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
She did so to remove her hair clip.
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avis didn't stay silent out of fear. She stayed silent because she'd already given us what we needed. Let me take a look.
Yeah.
I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. It's hollow on the inside, and looks something like a cross between a nail and a thorn.
Okay.
Paimon's lost again.
Let's see. What if we do this?
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of dark liquid is leaking out of the gem. And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
The gem is used as a container for a type of liquid that is going inside.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity. With that in mind, this liquid is probably a highly concentrated solution of fear.
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
So with this infused thorn,
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel to have this directly injected into your brain. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terrors you've ever experienced in your life. Agony,
That's
desolation,
horrible.
and an overwhelming sense of despair.
He's sick.
No wonder they're all so
He's
terrified
a
of it.
sick dude.
So, was the hat meant to cover up their wounds?
That might not even be all. Let's go get them right away. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
Okay, and to wrap things up, the last part of the quest. Let's take down the society. And everyone is here.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Okay.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this all along?
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that my intuition turned out to be correct. Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members to me.
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They didn't pull the thorn out.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of Dugier's censure. These people must have had to endure an unimaginable amount of pain. Let's go check out the other areas too.
Okay, not important, blah blah blah.
Hey, come here. Have a look at this. This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its contents are exactly the same as this book on the shelf. The colors of the covers are completely different though, and the names of the authors also don't match up.
So these were also just for show, to make it look like the bookshelves being added to and maintained. Interesting.
Yeah, and they dared to claim that they wrote these too. Huh.
What would you know about writing books?
Look at what I found.
Oh. This
is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to remotely monitor everything that's happening at the gathering place. So even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members.
That explains why they were all so terrified.
Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused when you're given no instructions or any kind of script to follow. And if any action you take may be deemed a mistake, then perhaps it's better to do less. Or to not do anything at all. Dugier has already tamed them to his will.
What a creepy man.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. All the signs of wear and tear are fake. The lime scale, the layers of dust, they were all deliberately added. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything. Their neighbors all say that they haven't returned home for ages.
Oh. Is that right?
They're gone? That could only mean...
The society put a lot of effort into building a front. Their real headquarters are elsewhere.
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of censure, Dugier knew that he couldn't stop all of his members from speaking out. Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon as a whistleblower sounds the alarm. So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, even the members that we saw, they were merely part of the front. And only the most docile and well-trained members were selected as his performers.
But then, where can we actually find him?
Let me think. Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress guard has never alerted me to anything of the sort, he must be in Dugier's pocket.
Okay. He can tell us where the real headquarters are.
I'm of the same mind.
Let's find
Let's
him.
go. You two, follow me.
Okay, hopefully, no. It is in production zone. And which one is... Okay, this one is production zone. Oh, nice. Nice.
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's declaration of war against me, and has fled to seek his protection. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, I'd guess Dugier probably converted them into his headquarters. We should be on the right track. Now we just need to find that turncoat.
I think that they
Let's go.
might be outside
We can take
of the
this
fortress.
path. You guys take the other.
We could be a little bit faster, thank you. Come on. Why did you stop? And you stopped again. Just to look around.
There's a fallen guard over there! Paimon sees some society members too!
After them.
It's rising. Run!
Well, no hopes.
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on, it's time to talk. Can't you see that he's trying to help?
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes time to hand out sentences.
But Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to expose our true location. We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should be this way.
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen him pass through a large drainage pipe.
Now that's more like
Guards, take them away.
And let's go to the headquarters.
It's about time that we find out what Dugier's really after.
Is this the one that is a little bit longer? I hate these elevators. Okay. And what now? Oh, enter. So, domain. I will get Ratsley, so I don't need to worry about the element. Let's go.
There's so much space down here.
Yeah.
Not
These are all
that much,
former
really.
work areas. They've been left abandoned due to a lack of funds. There are usually guards on patrol here. It would seem that all of those guards have been bought as well. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. But I assume that you're not going to be C3, yes, but okay. Maybe you are playable. We will see. I will try you out. Okay. Bam.
A moment, please.
And oh, come on.
Shine down.
Okay.
Everyone hold hands. Everybody stand
Bam.
back.
No. Switch the character.
Grow. Sharing my knowledge.
Okay.
Let's light it up. Teamwork is dreamwork.
And shaboom! Nice. I mean, it's not that bad, but
You're safe now. Just follow the guards and leave this place.
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dugier really prepared for everything.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex that had mysteriously gone missing. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out confrontation with me.
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Let me see. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. It lists all the rules that they're expected to follow. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without formal permission.
why?
5 members shall form a group, and the whole group will be punished for any single member's wrongdoings.
Oh man.
Anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with food and water. I see. So it's much as I expected.
But that's just cruel and unreasonable.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on others, and in the process cause pain to those around them. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to fester, however. And so resentment builds until every prisoner has become an island. Finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dujier's slaves.
Well, yes, that is terrible.
Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was spooked by that black gem. She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she chose to go against her instincts after a negative experience.
Yep.
Is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon still thinks she made the right decision. And never hurts to be careful.
No, your decision was valid. However, it's also valid to interpret that as a decision that you only made under emotional duress. The human heart is like a raft in a vast and empty ocean. We convince ourselves that we're in control, but in truth, a single wave could sweep us off course and send us crashing into the path of a storm. Those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime.
Okay. Run away, speak. Oh god. Okay, I'm not going to read it. If you want to read it, you can pause and come back after it. Okay. Now let's go. Okay, the place is a little bit bigger than expected. Okay, this is the final one, right?
If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place, but the door's been locked. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mechanism here?
Well, of course.
Paimon doesn't get it at all. Forget it. Paimon's just gonna do some trial and error.
No, Paimon does absolutely nothing every single time, so Paimon will do nothing today as well. Okay, do I need... And how do you turn? Is it everything with this one?
Whoa! It's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? The other side's open! Let's go!
Okay, so it's all with this one. Alright. I thought that it will be with multiple things. But okay. Thank you. Do I need to go on the other side or not? Seems I cannot. Okay.
Let's begin.
Okay. And you're here because of what? I mean, the trial version has kind of okay damage, but still, it's not enough. I mean, the wrong artifact set is placed, so yeah. What am I trying to find here?
I'm going in!
Bow your head.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Okay. Potato! That's the best loot so far. Okay, we are back. Or no, we are under the one we just.
It's so high.
Yes, it is.
We're not gonna have to climb all the way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before. Let's see if that...
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do?
Easy. Fine.
Ooh,
well,
the
that was
water
too
level's going
easy.
way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
That was too easy. I thought it's going to be a little bit more complicated. I mean, I'm happy that it is not. But still, I didn't expect it to be that easy. Oh, come on, again.
Hey! Make yourselves a move!
I was
Everybody
pressing
stand
the...
back!
Oh god.
A moment, please.
Okay, damage is doubled. Nice. Just from the Bennett burst. And it is not melt.
These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here. Dugier's probably moved them elsewhere already.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, though. Every person counts. Hey, it's all right now. You can leave this place.
No. No, I won't try to leave anymore. I'll never try to leave again. Someone
Oh
listen to
my
me.
god.
I don't want any trouble.
No, we're not gonna do that. Please calm down. We're not bad people.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress response in the way. I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing forward.
Avis and how did I say it? Fassele are still in danger.
Oh, all right. Let's search for an exit first.
Yeah, the guards will pick all of them up. Okay. I'm not going to read it, thank you. Okay. Only you have the letter. Why on that side? Why not on the other one? Oh, this one is going in. Okay. And what is he showing me? Right.
Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone out safe.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace. We'll return here right away and await your orders.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. I already have reliable help over here.
Yep.
Let's go back. We have unfinished business, do we not? That mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in place using the same device to open the door that leads to the central area. Don't forget to bring these along.
Okay.
This seems to be something like a console.
This is a surveillance terminal. The information collected by the surveillance ports we found previously will be sent here. I'm sure Dugier really enjoyed sitting here and making his people dance like puppets on strings.
Oh, that makes Paimon even
He's a sick man. Okay. So let's finally unlock the last room. Okay. Oh, I should have brought the both of those. Or did I? No, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Okay, it is not. Oh god. Come on. It's more simple when I take all the limiters, but I guess I could have done it even without them. I'm just too lazy to think. Okay. And rotate, and once more, and let's go to the deepest area. Are we going to fight with Duché? It would be interesting. Oh man, we are fighting all of them. It's like 30 of them there, or even more. This is coming to
I must confess to being
something
furious.
interesting.
To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis.
Fasal.
They've betrayed you, betrayed us. And today you will see with your own eyes what'll happen to those who betray our cause. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands, and then push in the Aqua Dolores.
No.
Of course. You will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again, and don't stop until you've pushed all of it in.
That's all. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll find a way to endure.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I give you permission to speak? My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who dare to disobey.
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Risley. I knew you would come, but I didn't expect you to be so quick. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so blasphemous about sharing a slice of the cake with me when you've already got the entire fortress at your feet?
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your cake?
You. Stop acting all high and mighty like some hero of justice! Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent! We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? It's what they've always deserved. And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep this place running? Is it that all you need to keep your cushy life?
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them as currency. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. Our bodies have limits, but our spirits will always remain free. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path once they've reflected on their past misdeeds. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are nothing compared to them.
He's really mad.
Yeah, and I'm feeling the same way.
You think me arrogant, Risley? Well, I think you're too young and naive. You understand nothing of this world. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. A dumping ground of pain and misery, irredeemable now and irredeemable forever! No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mechs in this place. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these powerful constructs?
They are
You
not
talk
that
big,
powerful.
but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control. In that case, let me give you a small taste of what real power looks like. Way now.
Not you, I pressed.
Absurd.
Come on.
I see everything.
Silence!
Okay.
Everyone hold
Done.
hands. Sharing my knowledge.
And
Be sanctified.
I don't know how many waves are there. That's it. That's too easy. Nice.
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood?
So that means one less in the fortress. Oh man.
Sorry for taking so long. Did I keep you waiting?
No, not
Come
at all.
on.
Paimon didn't know you were so considerate.
If you ask me, I'd say I actually feel very helpless. There's no way that I could truly empathize with the fear that the members felt every day. I could comfort and compensate them all I want, but it might still not be enough to repair the damage that has been done. I have to take responsibility for it, as does the fortress.
You sound more serious than usual.
Even I wouldn't be able to find humor in a situation like this.
So, do you have a plan for how you're gonna deal with him yet?
Oh, Dugier? I've already got an idea. For now, I think I'll do nothing.
Why?
I think it's a very fitting punishment for him to have to imagine the sorts of punishment that will soon be coming his way. He'll be left in the dark with regards to both the dates and the details of his punishment. Of course, that's not to say that I'll be letting him off scot-free. It's not often that I actually get a chance to be creative with my punishments. I'm going to talk to the members of the society. He'll get a chance to experience everything that he's ever inflicted on them.
Nice. I like that idea.
Paimon didn't know you could also be so harsh. Looks like she should watch her tongue when she's around you in the future.
Why, do you think I'd do that kind of thing to you? You offend me, Paimon. jokes aside, thank you so much for all of your help. There's still a lot for me to take care of, so how about this? I'll treat you to a meal in 2 days at the Coupon Cafeteria. We should have a better handle on things by then.
No, I've had enough of that place.
Don't worry, it won't be the same old welfare meal. I'll make the necessary arrangements.
Oh, then you've got yourself a deal.
Come on, Paimon. Okay, let's firstly skip 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. There we go. Stream is a little bit lagging, which I don't like, but there's nothing I can do about it. The internet is terrible, so yeah, it is what it is. Um, 2 days later. Oh, come on. Okay, one whole circle. Let's go. And the last minute of the quest.
Ah, you're here.
Paimon never forgets about meals. Even if the traveler forgets, Paimon will remind him for sure.
Of course. You say that as if I haven't been feeding you or something.
That's not what Paimon meant at all. Risley, you got what Paimon meant, right?
I'm a little confused, actually.
Hey, not you too!
Yes.
Jokes aside, I've got some good news. After taking a look, the doctors have let me know that it shouldn't be too difficult to extract the thorns. Which means that everyone should be able to recover after a period of rest. As
Nice.
for their mental recoveries, most are making good progress as well. We've added a few who were more severely affected to a special observation list.
You sure got everything taken care of, Risley.
I try my best. After all, it's my duty to take care of everything that happens within my territory.
Yeah. I have a question for you actually.
Please, go ahead.
Your flashbacks when you picked up the gem. Your anger when you confronted Dossier. Okay, firstly for the flashbacks.
Ah, that's a bit of a long story.
I'm
I
listening.
once had a similar experience. It had to do with the host family I lived with as a child. I was an orphan, adopted by a couple with a great deal of love in their hearts. I had many siblings, and we all adored each other. Once we were older, Mom and Dad would turn us over to be individually adopted by families of greater means, and go on to adopt more young children. They were perfect parents. Or so I thought.
And then?
And then, I found out we were merely raised as livestock. Once we had reached a certain age, our parents would bring us to the market for sale. All children that were sold would leave the house, and nobody would know what became of them. As for those who didn't sell, they were merely disposed of. Did you know I once considered myself an extremely lucky child? And all of my friends, all of my siblings, they all felt this way as well. I was also not the first to find out about the truth. All those who found out before me were simply added to the disposal pile. I could never shake the feeling of irony every time I juxtaposed their tragic ends against our parents' adoring smiles.
That explains a lot.
Yes. Like the society, my parents created a facade of joy, lied to satiate their desires, and even employed incredibly cruel methods to keep their grasp on power. They did all of that, but never considered how their actions would utterly ruin all the children they took under their wing. Worse, perhaps they never cared about that at all. But I did. So in the end, I killed them and set all of the remaining children free. I was convicted for my crimes and exiled to the fortress of Meripede.
Ah.
My methods were
Okay.
extreme, yes. But I was still a teenager at the time. I'd been betrayed by those I trusted most. And I didn't think that more moderate ways would solve the problem. My doubt and helpless anger
They
pushed me
wouldn't.
forward until I got what I deserved.
Yeah, they wouldn't help. Well, I don't really know what to say.
It's all right. You don't have to tell me what you think. I've already committed to this path, regardless of what anyone may say about it. The least I can do is to make sure that
But
the
you
same
did a good
tragedy
thing
will not
because you
happen again
saved
in my
everyone
new
else,
home.
so...
Sorry to disturb you, everyone.
Oh, it's a vis and fasol. Are you two feeling better yet?
It was all because you arrived in time. I managed to escape unscathed.
Glad to hear it.
We came here on impulse today, because we were hoping that you'd be able to lend us a hand, Your Grace.
Please, go on right ahead. I'll do my best to help. Within reason, of course.
It's... I'd like to be wedded to Avis here at the fortress.
Yeah, let's go!
Yeah, we met each other through the society and both fell into Dugier's trap. But even during our time there, we never doubted each other. We always believed that Dugier was manipulating us, trying to make us mistrust each other. And after this incident, we've come to believe that we've found the one for the rest of our lives.
You could say we managed to make the best out of a bad situation. He didn't abandon me, and I didn't forsake him either. But we're still both prisoners. And we also aren't sure if the fortress is the best place to host something so celebratory. So we are just wondering, is our request a bit too out of line?
Nope.
You're right in that the fortress has never hosted a wedding before. But that's no reason to say no, is it? I'll help you make the arrangements. If you need anything special shipped in from the surface, just say the word.
Oh, we can't thank you enough, Your Grace. We are actually also planning to stay here after the conclusion of our sentences.
Yeah, we've already made tons of special memories here. So now, it'd be too hard to leave. And we have full confidence in the fortress's future with you at the helm, Your Grace.
Your trust is the highest form of praise.
Hey, loosen up a bit. Shouldn't you be the happiest man in Teyvat to hear that people would like to stay of their own free will?
Yeah. I'll always take a genuine expression of faith over any obligation to obey.
Oh yeah, there we go. Will the second part of his story quest be about wedding? That would be funny and interesting. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, it ended up being interesting. It wasn't really the smuggling case, not the real one, but just a piece of it, just a little part. So yeah, it wasn't boring, it was actually good. And in terms of the next story, the Furina is the only one left. So when I have time, I will make another stream and we will finish the Furina story as well. And then we are done with everything. So I will see you in that one.